Loving you isn't the right thing to do. How can I ever change things that I feel? If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. How can I when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way, go your own way. Tell me why everything turned around. Packing up, shacking up, so you wanna do. If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. Open up, everything's waiting for you. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day, another lonely day. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. You can call it another lonely day.
Well, we are indeed back again. There you go. Hip hip hooray, right? And yeah, it is indeed Friday. And we are here live on That's Life, but not as we know it. Two, of course, over. Some of you may know already, going by the title. But over on the original channel, we got another strike. I think I've had about, I don't know, where are we? There we go. I think I've had about 28, 29, maybe even 30 strikes now. And yeah, I don't think it's ever going to stop. We're going to keep getting them forever. I've got behind me the moon landing, right? The famous moon landing. Oh man, classic. There's I think it was Apollo. I'm unsure, but the one with the buggy. Oh man, it's so comical. And when you listen to the audio of the two guys speaking, communicating, you can tell straight away they're lying, just by the tone of their voice, the sarcasm. Wow. And some of you might have noticed I can be quite sarcastic. I'm basically like a champion when it comes to sarcasm, to be honest. So yeah, I can spot it when I see it or hear it, especially hear it, obviously. But I mean, it was so clear, it was so blatant that they weren't telling the truth about what they were saying, and scripted lies, I guess, right? Because in my opinion, they never went to the moon. What they showed us was not them on the moon. They might have went there, to be fair. I can't rule that out, but I lean towards them not being there. I shared an article, well, a screenshot. There's an article that came out and it mentioned, I've not got it. I was meant to get it. I never had time. It mentioned NASA doing dangerous moon missions. And it said it's about time. Yeah, it's about time, right? They've never done it. So when are they going to do it? Yeah. Anyway, hopefully the audio's all right. Bit of a catch up tonight. I thought we could go through some of the stuff that I've been going over of late, right? So I am in YouTube prison, YouTube prison for 1 week over on the original channel, but I'm going to continue to make different videos here and there, so that there's a good chance that there might be videos here, and then next week will be, well, at least as of yet, next week we'll be back again. I mean, the video that got a strike, Gene Wars 1, if you watch it back, it is in the link description. You can kind of see there's a few bits in it. I thought, I don't think they would have liked that, right? So when it comes to CRISPR, it's dangerous ground, gene editing, if you're making a video on it on on YouTube, because you can't. There's simply things that you cannot say, and they don't really tell you what it is. I did appeal. I thought it was quite a good appeal, to be honest. I gave it maybe 70% chance, but it failed. It got rejected. Watching it back, I'm not surprised that they didn't want it. It's quite a good video, and the guy that has all my videos saved on a website, I've linked it in. So if you want to watch it and see what I'm referring to, and then you might want to check it out. Let me jump in the chat. Hopefully, we've not got too many people, because I'm hopeless, right? Justine, I can see my good friend in the hood. Audio's all good in the hood. Great stuff, Justine. Good to see you back again. Yeah. Well, going by Bart Sobrell, not quite a Hollywood basement, but a US military base. So yeah, a makeshift Hollywood basement in New Mexico called Slam Dunk, Operation Slam Dunk, and seemingly going by what Bart discovered. That's where they recorded the fake moon landing. I think Bart had a list of 15 people who were involved, including the astronauts. So it kind of shows you they kept it very quiet, right, in terms of the amount of people that worked on it. But because a lot of people go back, well, they sort of say it can't be a lie. They refer to like 9/11 and stuff like that. There would have to be so many people in on it. It's not the case. Life's not that black and white in anything. Never mind the deception that goes on. I mean, the deception in this world it's staggering. It really is. So yeah, a Hollywood basement in New Mexico. Jacqueline Watt as well, Scottish sister. Good to see you in the hood. I think going by YouTube's guidelines, I'm not allowed to be on another channel. So I don't know. Maybe they'll come for me here as well. But from what I was reading the other day, it looked like you couldn't. It looks like it's me me personally that's banned, but I don't know. There's ways to get around it, right? Where there's a will, there is indeed a way. So we're here, and we're going to have a wee bit of a catch up tonight. Say hello. It's kind of an update, really, because I'm going to be away for a week on the original channel. I, It's the first strike that we've had in a while, but I can't see it being the last. I really can't. Potentially, they could shut the channel down overnight by picking out 2 videos, hitting them with a strike, and that would be it. And that's happened in the past. I've picked up 2 in basically 24 hours. And at that time, I thought, well, we're pretty much done, right? But we're still here. Unbelievably, we're still going, which is interesting to say the least, right? I thought we were dead and gone, dead and buried, but here we are. We're back again, but we're still under attack. We still can't say anything. Even sharing different opinions, articles, like I done in the video that got a strike the other day. I never spoke in it or anything like that, but it clearly had information in it that they did not like one bitty. Shock horror, right? But we carry on. Who else have we got? Bry in the hood. Good to see Bry back again. I think I am on Rumble as well. I think I've got about 5 subscribers on Rumble, but I'm pretty sure I am there. And what else? There's one that I need to stop because I don't use it, but I do pay for it. Fuck. What is it again? I can't even remember. I don't think it's Rumble. Vimo, I think. But I think I was using it for my website, but I've realised that I don't use it, but I have been paying for it. So a wee bit of a mistake on my part. You've got to keep an eye on things, right? It was the wife that spotted it. She does all the admin, thankfully. Otherwise we'd be finished, right? With me at the helm in terms of the admin, at least. Let's go with that. So good to see Justine in the hood and Bry back again. Jacqueline as well. D Live. Yeah, that could be one that we could try, right? Yeah, I can see Scotty. Scotty saying I'm here. I was going to get to Scotty because there was 1 or 2. Scotty, there you go. In the hood. First in the door, our brother Scotty. First. Good to have you. And Frank, yeah. Dracula. Is that Schwab, right? Klaus Schwab in the video Gene Wars 1. Like I said, the link is in the description if you want to check it out. Always a pleasure to see Frank, right? Lots of info via email. So a big thank you to Frank because, yeah, Frank, the information tank for sure. I'm very grateful to everyone, to be honest. John, there you go. Good to see you back again. And Charlotte as well. President Charlotte in the hood. Good to see you back again as well. Great stuff. Is there anyone else that I missed? I don't think there is. We tend to not get many, which is, that's, hey, I'd rather it stayed that way, to be fair, because I can't keep up with comments and I do like to say hello. So I won't miss you, Scott, right? I did see you put in a comment there. When it's not many people, I'm not too bad, right? But I thought we could have a check. I made a video on this. Some of you might have seen it. I think it was the other day or the day before. Let's make it grow, right? Let's get Charlotte out the road. Let's take care of Charlotte. Oh, Justine. We've got Justine now. There you go. One of these days, I'm going to get it right. We can live in hope. Yeah, I made a video on this the other day. Just a short video. Let me grab a drink. I wasn't really planning discussing very much, but we'll say hello and we'll get a bit of a catch up, right? So some of you might have watched it, but it's, to be honest, it was a video I thought I might get a strike for. So, I mean, time will tell. They last for 90 days as well, the strike. So, um, I mean, it's terrible, really, the tyranny that reigns on YouTube. It's beyond a joke. But I wanted to mention, I think I covered it as well in the last live that I done on the last Jacobites that was on here as well. I wanted to mention the Project Coast. If you've not checked that out, I did mention it before, but it is worth checking out if you've not seen it. I think there is a lot of things that they done that if I discussed it, I'd probably get a strike for that as well, to be honest. Doing stuff with the medical juice, right? Working their magic in terms of many situations regarding population, even certain genetic types of population being targeted. Now, this was in the 80s. I'm pretty sure this shit's not happening today, right? Sure. Let's keep our fingers crossed. But in my opinion, unfortunately, this will be going on not only in South Africa, but right in front of our eyes, basically, in the UK, in America. We always tend to think, yeah, well, Africa, South Africa, China, that's not us, right? We're different. We're better. We live in a free UK, right? We're the good guys. Britain's great. You can trust the British political establishment. Of course you can. Let's go with that. Harmony Mummy. There you go. In the hood, my good friend. And yeah, Friday night, right? Get the bottle out. Get the whiskey. It's coffee for me tonight. And my son Billy's got my cup, little bugger. So I've had to get my wife's cup. It's a it's a friend's cup. But there you go. And it's purple. You can't win. Kids, right? Who would have them? I don't know. Yeah, Mystery Babylon. In terms of Mystery Babylon stuff, I think the go-to guy would be Bill Cooper, right? I mean, the amount of stuff that he's done on secret societies and these mystical fucking going-ons, it's quite staggering. For about 10 years solid, putting out lots of stuff. And I want to do I'm unsure if I'm going to do it live, but what I'm going to do is I've got the Bill Cooper report, police report, that I came across, and it's quite staggering, really. You know, when you read certain things and you kind of think, fucking hell. I mean, come on, you couldn't write it. They make things so obvious and certain things that stand out. It's like, wow, the agenda is clearly at play here. But I mean, hey, there's no doubt that they wanted to take Bill Cooper out. So what did they do? They fucking took him out. That's how they operate. Once you cross the line, you'll be finished. No ifs, no buts, right? And they mock you. They'll kill you in the worst possible way as well. And of course, Bill said he pretty much predicted his death, and they made sure that was the case. Even going by the police report, he fucking bled out to death on his doorstep, and got no treatment whatsoever. They just let him die. To bleed out, his dog lying by his side. dead as well. They fucking killed the dog. Seemingly it had been trained to attack. They talk about gunshots coming from the house. Bill Cooper was the only person there. How could there be gunshots from the house when he's running back to his house? Muzzle flashes. I mean, honestly, we're going to cover it in quite a bit of detail. But there's stuff in it, it just makes you think, come on, who are they fucking trying to kid here? And there was one part in particular, I thought, wow. I mean, that is fucking unreal. Now, the group that wanted to take Bill down for his warrant teamed up with another group, and they basically made it happen. And they arranged a date for it all to go down, but they changed the date. Now, does anyone want to take a fucking guess at what the original date was that they wanted to take Bill Cooper out? And this is in the police report. Does anyone want to take a wild guess what date it was? I think you can imagine what one it was, considering the guy that we're speaking about. And it is so strange. And it's clearly not a coincidence, right? Yeah, Scotty's got it. Fucking September the 11th. I mean, you could not write that, right? That is staggering stuff, that. Honestly. At least I think it is. I mean, other people might not see anything in it. But, I mean, come on. They set the date to take out Bill Cooper, September the 11th, 2001. And this was in, from what I could see, either May or June. I can't remember, but we will go over it. So well in advance of September the 11th, but it got cancelled. Now, why did it get cancelled? What was the reason? Did they know that it was all going to go down? So they changed the date and took Bill out on a different date. I think it was about 2-3 months after. Maybe not even that. I'm unsure. But we will go into it in more depth. But I mean, that honestly I found that quite unbelievable. You'd think I was making it up, but like I said, we've got the full report, and it's quite sad. It really is. It's kind of heartbreaking, to be honest, what they done to the guy. But this is what they do. They clearly made a fucking example of him, and he did. He predicted his own death. They made it happen. He bled out on his fucking doorstep. They never treated him. Now, the police officer Martinez that they claim got shot, I'm unsure if that did happen, to be honest. I'm really unsure if that was the case. I've been trying to look into the guy in terms of the guy Martinez and who he is. I don't seem to be getting very far on it. But seemingly he got shot in the head. And another interesting thing from the people on the scene is that he was being asked where he'd been shot. Now, I don't know about you, and hey, of course, I'm not an expert, far from it. But if you've been shot in the fucking head, I think it would be pretty clear where you had been shot, right? Surely. But seemingly, that was what was being said. He was asking the guy, right, where have you been shot? And he survived. He was critical, but from what they say, he survived. But of course, they let Bill bleed out on his fucking doorstep, and they shot his dog right beside him. Even that, the thing with the dog, I find that quite heartbreaking. Surely they could have got it taken away. But again, making an example, mocking Bill, honestly. So we're going to get into that in quite a bit of depth. I'm hoping tomorrow, and some of the stuff, honestly, I mean, fucking hell. It's unreal what they've done. Some people claim that Bill Cooper was a shell. I can't see it, to be honest. I really can't, not going by what they fucking done to him. And if Bill is a shell, fucking hell, I don't know what that says for the truth movement, because everything pretty much that Bill said and touched on is now touched on by all the big people in the so-called truth movement to a T. I mean, Bill Cooper is basically the go-to guy. If he's a shell and part of the agenda, the movement to push the agenda, then what does that say about us? What does that say about the people in the truth movement who are pushing it? If Bill's a shell, but people today in the same movement that Bill promoted are not, I just find it a bit confusing, and I kind of lean towards Bill not being a shell. Again, hey, I can't prove anything either way. I don't think anyone can, to be fair. There's going to be arguments in both, probably for and against. But I tend to lean towards him not, going by what happened, and they fucking took him out big time. We will touch on it. It might last, it might go on for about an hour, 2 hours, right? There's quite a lot in the report, but the 9/11, the date, fuck that, I found that quite astounding, to be honest. I just thought, wow. I mean, why would they have changed it as well? It wouldn't make sense, right? Unless they knew, of course, right? Hey, actually, or was the plan for it to happen on that exact day, but then there was a change somehow? Uh, we will expand on it more, and I'll get the report up so we can cover it, right? Um, yeah, I think I would agree with Scotty, right? Yeah, the poor dog. Although from the photos that I've seen, it's quite a big dog, and it might have not been happy considering what was going down, right? So I think they call it dispatched. It got dispatched. Is that right? Is that the American term for taking it out? I'm sure that's what it said. I take it that's what it means, right? Because they said the dog was lying next to Bill, dispatched, and they took it out because it had been trained. So yeah, it's a thought. I mean, not even getting the guy any treatment. They clearly wanted him dead, right? Without a doubt. Fucking the medics never even bothered. Seemingly, by the report, they seemingly attended to the guy Martinez who had been shot, seemingly, but not Bill. And even in the report, it tells you that. And it's, yeah, I was going to do it tonight, but I've not had the time. But definitely either tomorrow or Sunday afternoon, we're going to get into it because I'll be busy Monday. Tuesday, I might be back again though, right? So be prepared. Look out. William's about, right? Let's go with that. Yeah, 2 daughters as well. I think 2, right? Alison and Poe, or Pooh, was one of their names, as far as I'm aware. I think I recall listening to an episode, and it's mentioned on the phone call that we shared, where Bill describes the birth of Alison, and I think his wife was Filipino or Vietnamese, maybe. And because he said, I remember him saying in it that they were trying to get there in the car, but it wasn't looking too good. And they're all in the car. Bill's driving. She's in the back in labour, having contractions every 5 minutes. Pooh's sitting next to her, looking like she's seen a ghost. That's what he said. And she didn't laugh, but it's quite, you can picture it right in your head. And they got stuck behind all this construction traffic. So it wasn't looking good. And Bill was saying that he was thinking, oh no, if we don't get there quick, this baby's going to be born on the road. and I'm gonna have to do it. And he said that he's not he did help in a birth in Vietnam, seemingly, but he can't even remember what he done. So maybe it comes naturally when you're in that situation. Um, God only knows. I'd hate to be in it. Even at the birth of my kids, I was struggling. Oh man, I really was. It was grim. I don't know. I was sort of overcome with many different emotions, especially the birth of my daughter, my first child. Uh, my m- my father had not long passed away, and then that December, the same year, we had my daughter Lola, and it was I never even expected the emotion that overcame me. It pretty much knocked me out. Poof, fucking took me out the game. Honestly, I really did. It was so emotional, and with my son Billy, it was not so bad, but still emotion. I think my main concern was that concern, worry for anything that might have went wrong. I don't know why, but that seemed to be where my mind went when it came to birth. Because I mean, fucking hell, you don't get much more serious than that, right? The birth of a child. So it was tough to be honest. But we got through it, and Lisa, my wife, done really well both times, which was a credit to her. She was a true warrior, and me, on the other hand, not so much. I was terrible. You'd think it was me that was giving birth, but there you go. Oh man! But we're here today to tell the tale, at least, right? And we're still rolling. Yeah, Lola, my Lisa, my wife. It's quite a nice name, so we went with that, and Billy as well. So yeah, it's a great name in my opinion. Um, yeah, two double whammy. Yeah, double trouble, right? For sure. Pedro as well in the house. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, shock can be. I think we underestimate shock quite a lot. It can have a serious effect on a lot of people, and they don't even know it. Sometimes not even straight away. Later on, like a delayed shock. Maybe I'm gonna get that at some point. Fucking hit me like a bus. Delayed shock because I'm that late in my life. My shock's delayed as well. I'm gonna get that later on at some point. Um, but yeah, I really did it. It was an emotional kind of period in my life, and I was unsure for a while, to be honest, what kind of way I was going, um, in terms of living a healthy, good life. And I sort of knuckled down because got kids, right? You've got to knuckle down and get on with it. You can't be a cowboy anymore. So you've got to get on with it. You've got to. I didn't touch the gas, no. I wouldn't fancy it. I don't think my wife took it either, to be honest. I can't remember. I don't think she did. But to be honest, I was a complete wreck. I was an emotional wreck. So, needless to say, no more. It won't be happening again. Honestly, that I can say for certain. Honest, I will not be having any more kids, right? And no, it's not because of climate change. It's because of the rain. It's because of the snow. The wind. Yeah, that bloody wind. What's the point in having kids now? Have you seen how windy it is? In the sea level? Have you seen how high the sea is now? Have you seen it? Who would want to have kids, right? Climate anxiety. Yeah. I've got fucking having kids anxiety now. Once you've looked after them for so long, yeah, it's maybe not a good idea having any more, you think? I know some people who they just seem to keep having kids constantly. I honestly don't know how they can do it. I think there's one family, about 8 kids. I mean, honestly, that is insane. I couldn't cope with the amount of worrying about 8 kids. Oh, man. Could you imagine, right? Oh, unreal. The house next to me, I think they've got 6 or 7. I think they might have 7. It's a 5-bedroom house, and I think they've got 6 or 7 kids. I don't know how they can do it. 3 is too much, way too much. 1 would have been enough, right? But I think you've kinda got to reproduce if you can. If it happens, it will probably, if it's meant to. I kinda do believe in fate, or at least what's meant for you, it won't pass you, right? What's gonna be is gonna be. And, for a long time, I kinda did think that I wouldn't have kids, but I was wrong about the only time I've ever been wrong in my life. Let's go with that. Good to have Scotty in the hood. Shock horror, right? Another strike. Will the channel get taken down again? I don't know. I mean, yeah, it is only one strike, but I don't know. I kind of get the feeling they're maybe not done. I mentioned before, quite a while ago. Oh, great to have Scotty in the hood. And who else have we got? Miss Hornet. There you go. 2 kids, a cat, and a dog. Yeah, I know the feeling with the the 3 kids, a cat, a dog, and a wife. Of course, can't forget her, right? She helps me, so it's all right. We'll go with that. But yeah, I mean, life can be great, but it can be tricky as well. You've kind of got to get the right balance, which can be hard. I mean, it's never going to be fucking plain sailing all the time, but that's life, right? I mean, tomorrow's a new day, could be a great day. The night's still young here. Well, it's crack on, but many things done in only a minute, right? So you never give in, never give up. People can annoy you from time to time, but that's the way it goes. Don't let it eat at you, right? I mean, people fall out quite a lot. Not that to be honest, I don't fall out with many people. I think the older I'm getting, the more stubborn I'm getting. So maybe that'll change, right? I'm only 34, so I'm saying only, but kind of quite old, is it? 34 is in my opinion. What else have we got? Yeah, that came out in, oh fuck, when was it? 2018. And I had never actually heard about the Project Coast operation, if you like. And it's pretty grim stuff, if I must say, right? It's honestly the things that they do to manipulate the population is, let's just say it's criminal, but it's worse than that. It's so evil. It's satanic to its core. You want to talk about eugenics? Start at the fucking UN. Try there. Knock on their door. They'll soon tell you about it. Honestly, I mean, the world that we're in, if you didn't check it out yourself, you wouldn't believe it, right? You would write it off as crazy. Don't be stupid. One world this and conspiracy that, vaccine this and twin towers that. What else? I mean, the list would go on, right? And people just dismiss you, but they do so at their peril. Let's face it, because we're not fooled in any way, and we we have a true grasp, in my opinion, of the fucking nature of the situation we're currently in, and it is not a fucking good one, unfortunately. But we stay strong, and we're gonna be prepared mentally, as physically as we can, material wise, and in a physical sense. You've got to try and look after yourself. From the I'm Vicky from the Richie Allen Show. Quality. Thank you for jumping in. I think you might be the first person that's came over from hearing me on the Richie Allen Show. I think I phoned up a few weeks ago, and me and Richie had a chat. I think I've phoned up twice now, so I might phone up again and harass. I'll be harassing him next. Wanting a slot on his show, right? Yeah, why not? I think Richie's getting to a point where he's it's getting to him. I mean, it gets to everyone because that's the nature of the beast we're in. Even just people living their fucking normal lives, going about. But when you're doing what Richie does, and to be honest, he does so much in terms of researching and covering different media outlets, all the fucking papers, all the news, and he consumes it all to sort of then bring it to his audience. And and because of that consumption, over time it has an effect on you because you're consuming absolute fucking insanity. Because that's all we get from the media. And it's complete lies day after day. And I don't think I could watch it constantly. Like maybe Richie does, because he watches and listens to radio shows like LBC. I'm forgetting the guy's name, but fucking hell. Honestly, I hate knocking anyone, but I cannot stand this guy at all. Honestly, I hate him. I don't even want to say hate, but I kind of do hate him because he knows what he's doing and he's lying through his teeth all the time, daily, and mocking callers who have a bit of a insight as to the true nature of the world that we're in. But this guy, he mocks them, right? He's the type of guy you wouldn't get on with, put it that way. I was going to say something I might regret and I might get a strike, a hate strike. He's at the hate speech again. Oh, man. Hit him a strike. But good to have Miss Hornet. 04. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he loves a good rant though as well. His Pokemon Go rant was the best rant ever. I don't know if you heard that. It was quite a while ago, maybe 2016, even maybe before that. He went fucking ape about a Pokemon, a guy who was playing Pokemon Go. And it was a classic Richie rant. He just let rip big time. And he was on the money big time. Everything that he said was spot on, but it annoyed him to a point where he thought, fucking hell, the world's fucked. It's gone. It's finished. And when you get to that sort of mindset, it kind of leaves you on a cliff edge where you kind of think, fucking hell. I mean, where am I? What am I doing? What is this? So you've got to kind of, I mean, it could happen to us all, that, to be fair. We can all burn out and we end up ranting away to an extent where someone wants to march you off in a fucking straitjacket. He's off on one. Take him out. He's ranting about Pokemon Go. But he had a good point, and he's had many good rants, but I think over time it gets to you. I mean, he covers a lot of stuff, honestly. So much. I think it's maybe too much, and I have said that to him. I think he maybe needs to, I mean, who am I, right? But it's only more concern than anything, because I think that he's overdoing it. He's not getting any younger. He maybe needs to rethink how he's going about his show. Not covering so much the fucking terribleness of the tyranny, because he's got to consider his own well-being. I totally get that. The trouble could be that he's likely going to lose a lot of listeners if he changes the sort of topics, which could be from, I don't know, the pandemic to music or movies or celebrities. I mean, you're talking at a different audience, right? So you're probably going to lose quite a lot of people. But I reckon a lot of people would stand by. I mean, I certainly would. I would stand by Richie, no matter what he done. To be honest, he could fucking. He doesn't even have to have a topic. He could just come on and speak, and I would happily subscribe and watch or listen. So I think he might change it up, and I think it could be a good idea. I've asked him twice. He's not mentioned it, but I did ask him twice if he could do a show or have a slot dedicated to journalism, how it works, its history, where it was, where it is today, how a journalist should be. Because I think Richie is a proper journalist, a genuine fucking journalist, and you can't find them today. You simply cannot find them. Not in the mainstream media, no way. If you're a real journalist, you won't last 2 minutes in the fucking mainstream media. You'd be out the door, big time. If you don't know of Richie Allen, yeah, check out, I think, richieallen.com, the richieallenshow.com, and you'll get the latest. I'm pretty sure. He does a lot of good articles as well. He writes them himself. Like I said, he's a proper journalist, not a YouTube journalist. I've been called that by people who tried to take the piss in the past. Never once have I ever claimed to be a journalist. A curious guy. Yeah, a journalist. No, never once have I claimed that. I never would claim it, to be honest, as I need to get my charger, actually. Fuck, where is it? You'll have to bear with me. Right, here we go. Schoolboy error. Right. Be prepared. Be prepared. You can't go wrong. Preparation. I actually, the last 2 days, I've been doing a sort of training course, and it's to renew a construction certificate. It's been quite interesting. A lot of health and safety nonsense, basically. Put it that way, but the guy was the guy doing the course. We were talking about PPE, and he said, look, this is just my own opinion, and people can do what they want and so forth, but I think people should still wear masks. Oh man, honestly, it fucking cracked me up. I was sitting laughing. I said at the end, well, I think people shouldn't wear them. And he said, why? And I said, because I think they shouldn't. I just think they shouldn't. I don't think it's a good idea. I didn't want to get into it in too much depth, but I thought, hey, there's always two sides, right? So it kind of annoyed me a wee bit. I thought, hey, look at you, check you out telling people to continue to wear masks. when they've been told to fucking take them off. He obviously thinks that they offer some kind of protection. Sure. Let's go with that, right? What else was interesting that he said? I can't remember now. What was it? Yeah, he talked about a lot of stuff in terms of how the industry works, material-wise. And what he kept saying was that none of it made any sense. None of it whatsoever. In terms of the waste and the money wasted. None of it. It was to an extent where it was unbelievable. And I couldn't help but think, yeah, and no one questions anything. Oh, it's the way it is, right? That's just the way it is. No, it's orchestrated. Of course it is. It's all orchestrated because they want this consumption-driven society where you don't even fix anything. You just fucking buy a new one and dispose of it, throw it away. Next one. You don't even fix anything anymore. That's not how humans operate now. Disposable, quick, now. That's the kind of way it's been heading for quite a long time, let's face it. Another thing he mentioned was he was talking about different chemicals, different sort of hazardous liquids. And I pointed out how hand sanitizer should be on it. And he's putting it forward to the head of his department, because if that's being used to a great extent daily by people, then it's going to be a mistake, because it's a fucking toxin that has about 70% alcohol. It's going to destroy your poor wee paws. Now, whether or not he actually goes ahead and brings it up is another story. But hand sanitizer, yeah, fucking put that on it. Pretty much get you drunk if you drunk it. Going by the content. Don't try that at home, of course, right? Let me now quickly say hello in the chat. What else was I going to have a look at there? Yeah, that one as well. We touched on a new hypothesis for how civilization first started. Huh? Wait, did they not know? Do we have amnesia? Can we not remember anything that's happened? Can we not believe anything they tell us in history? Yeah, probably not, right? Yeah. Them bloody cows. Look at what they've done. Bloody rain. High wind. Yeah, high wind. Sadie as well in the hood. Ban everything. Sadie. I see Diane in the hood as well. Good to see you back again. Our good friend Diane. Yeah, Sadie in the hood. Who else did I see? I thought I missed someone, but I didn't. Wishful thinking, right? But there you go. Is it me you're looking for? There we go. Is it? No. I think I got everyone, actually. Good to have Sadie back again. We'll go about another 10, 20 minutes, I think, and then we'll wrap it up, right? Just a bit of a catch-up tonight. But yeah, quite an interesting one, that. The dawn of human civilization. Yeah, it was started by farming. Well, yeah, kind of, but also by the man. Working for the man, right? The Roy Orbison song. Do we know that one? Working for the man. A great song, that. I love it. But Mr. New World Order, Mr. Taxman, Mr. Greed. They basically shaped the society that we know even today by putting taxes and levies and so forth. And owning that much, they would get people to do their dirty work, a bit like the Rockefeller entity. A criminal fucking entity, if there ever was one. Now, I'd imagine they would have been involved. I know they were involved in the Green Revolution. Remember, we touched on that. How did that get on? I think they jacked it now. They've got a new one. A new revolution now. A great reset revolution. Sponsored by Bill and Melinda Gates. Look out for it. Of course, they're not together anymore. Shock horror. I've contacted the popular eugenist and suggested they take one for the team and start the depopulation. Ah, man, I love that. Hey, Diane. Love it. That's great. That's made my night. Yeah, you'll have to let me know. Such a good idea as well. Honestly. Yeah, I can think of a few. I can think of a few places they can start. Now, let's not say any names. I'll be getting a fucking knock on the door. If I'm lucky, I'll be getting Bill Coopered. There you go. I've coined it. You don't want to get Bill Coopered, right? What have we got here? My daughter Lola. What is it? What are you wanting, Lola? Eh? I'll have to sort her out. What are you wanting? Oh man, honestly, my daughter's kicking off. Typical, right? When I'm live, she's lost. She's got the alphabet on a wooden board where the letters fit into a board, and she's lost the letter V. So she's going, "Where's V?" And I was unsure as to what she was on about. She's going, V. What the hell's a V? Oh, V, the letter V. So we're going to have to find the letter V. Otherwise, there'll be no sleep, right? I must find the letter V. It's escaped. Probably wee Billy, the little bugger. So, yeah, I forgot where I was going. Great comment from Diane, right? That was class. Absolute classic. Great stuff. Good to have you tonight. Good to see Frank as well. I'm going to wrap it up, but like I said, tomorrow, we're going to cover the Bill Cooper. Basically, the Bill Cooper murder. So we're going to cover that in the police report. So either tomorrow, I'm hoping tomorrow morning or afternoon. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to wrap it up because, yeah, kids are the boss, right? But anyway, tomorrow, Bill Cooper, and we'll get a catch up. So until then, bye-bye.
Come as you are, as you were, as I want you to be, as a friend, as I know me. Take your time, hurry up, choice is yours, don't be late. Take a rest, as a friend, as I know memory. Come, dust and mud, soaked in bleach, as I want you to be, as a trend, as a friend, as I know memory. When I swear that I don't have a gun, no, I don't have a gun. No, I don't have a gun.
Okay, cut.
When I swear that I don't have a
Neil
gun.
Armstrong. Hey, wait a minute.
No,
You're supposed to be on the moon. I just saw it on TV.
Oh, there's a
don't
tape delay
have a gun.
solar winds.
No, I don't have a gun. No, I don't have a gun.